guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing really well, and this is your Asian World Cup qualifiers round 2 match day 2 review. So we have done already 2/6 of the campaign now, so we got still 4 more match days to go, 2 in March and I think 2's in like June. So but before we get into all that amazing stuff though, please do like and share the video, and if you like my videos in general, also do subscribe. And today's results have played a significant effect in loads of groups. And starting off, we had Pakistan taking on Tajikistan. Big game for Tajikistan after their heartbreaking draw really versus Jordan. And they bounced back really strongly here. 6-1 it ended, to be honest. It could have been 8-1 really in the second half, amount of chances they created. So the first goal came, is a goalkeeper saves the ball, hits the post, and it goes into the path of the Tajik player. He scores 1-0. The second goal, brilliant goal, outside the box, bottom corner, 2-0. Pakistan get a goal back. Brilliant goal, to be honest. In fact, left-footed into the back of the net from the outside the box. And Tajikistan do a similar thing, and they score another left-footed goal from outside the box, 3-1. But I thought Pakistan's approach in this game, I was a bit baffled. They went full attack against Tajikistan, and I was like, is this the right way to go? I thought they would play a low comeback block, but that wasn't really the case. And it was 3-1. And after that, Tajikistan just controlled the game beautifully, and I thought they were passing the ball around, they're popping it around. I thought before the 3-1 though, the moment where it was end-to-end, I thought Tajikistan's midfield at times when Pakistan was counter-attacking was not existing or something. I don't know where it was. So that's something that they need to work up. I thought for today's game it was absolutely fine. And then later on in the half, they made it 4-1. Good, nice bit of work on the left side, and they make it 4-1. Second half, Tajikistan could have had about 4 more if they really wanted to. But the finishing boots were in the dressing room, I guess. But they still got 2 goals. One from, I think it was a set piece, and then one more later on. But big win if you're Tajikistan, and they move on to 4 points. Myanmar also losing to North Korea 6-1. Big win for North Korea. And I thought North Korea, they didn't show their best football in match day 1, but now they certainly did. And they showed what they can do. And it's going to be interesting to see how they do against, of course, Japan, because they're the next opponent, and this Japanese team just does not look like stopping at the moment. But big win for North Korea, 6-1. 30 minutes, I thought the game was tight, but after that, North Korea got the first, and from there, I think 3 goals in 8 minutes, killed the game, 3-0. Anyway, moving on, we had Philippines take on Indonesia. Philippines with a weakened squad got a draw against Indonesia. Big result for both Indonesia. I think they needed to win this game. A massive drop point here, because look, I thought Indonesia then go into that Vietnam game with confidence, but luckily for them, Vietnam also lost, but Indonesia weren't good in this game. I don't think so. Philippines had opportunities on the counter-attack. They did well. They scored early. After that, defended well. Neil Etheridge, the goalkeeper, who's played the football for Cardiff, was quite solid. He was making life difficult for Indonesia, but Indonesia got a goal back. Later on, there were some opportunities. Philippines had the crossbar, I think, and also Indonesia had some half chances, but neither really able to get the winner. Indonesia, though, I think will feel more they'll feel more lost about this game than Philippines will, to be honest. I think Philippines, they gave a good account. I thought it was a good performance for Philippines, but Indonesia know they needed to win this game. But now the Vietnam game is absolute finals. They need to win both of them, I think, in most likely scenarios. Moving over, we had Chinese Taipei take on Malaysia. Big win for Malaysia. And Malaysia could have scored about 4 or 5 really in this one. They had the amount of chances they had in this game were ridiculous. They should have scored 4 or 5 easily. They hit the post, goalkeeper made some saves, they missed some sitters. It's just like, it felt like one of those days where Malaysia was just not going to score. But they found some quality, they found some inspiration. In minute 72, I think it was a substitute who scored, and they got the big 3 points. But the other result in this group has put their standing in this group at big risk. We'll talk about that. Anyway, moving over, Bangladesh versus Lebanon. Big win. I mean, not a win, but it'll feel like a win for Bangladesh. But brilliant performance from Bangladesh, by the way. Absolutely brilliant. The way they played in the first half, hunted like packs. Lebanon just got played off the park. Just that whisker bit. Some of the luck didn't go Bangladesh's way in the final third. But this team's definitely on the rise. They played some lovely football, I thought, in this match. And very unlucky not to get anything from the game. I mean, not to win the game. Lebanon came on the second half. I thought they played better. But I thought Bangladesh was still in the game. And then out of nowhere, really, a goal comes. It really unlucky, poor goalkeeper, would you say? The goalkeeper had the ball in his hand, then drops out. Lebanon score. But Bangladesh's goal was absolutely brilliant. this striker as well, I think he was offside for 4 or 5 times. So finally got one right, and he got the ball, ran at the Lebanese defense, and just rifled it into the bottom corner. Bangladesh drawing, Lebanon drawing. Lebanon will be disappointed, very disappointed, because now they've got to play Australia, so I don't think they're going to make much progress on this. Bangladesh now got Palestine, so that's going to be an interesting match. I think Palestine, Bangladesh, the style clash will be interesting, but I think Bangladesh definitely can go into that game with confidence. Moving on, we had Thailand winning 3-1 away to Singapore. Big win for Thailand, needed the victory to keep their hopes alive, and they did exactly that. I thought they started the game really well, scored another goal. Singapore came back, they made it 1-1, but then later on Thailand scored 2 goals. I think it was a big victory for Thailand. It puts them second in the table, despite them losing to China. Thailand though, I think they realistically need to go away to China and win whenever that matchup does come up on match day 5. Anyway, moving, we had Vietnam take on Iraq. Vietnam went full defensive, parked the double-decker in Iraq for all over them. 15 shots, I think was none on target. I can't remember, 15 shots Iraq had compared to Vietnam's like 2 or 3. Iraq dominated that game and they deserved to win it in the end. It was a heartbreak though for Vietnam. I thought they defended extremely well. They were playing for a point. They knew they needed a point only to stay ahead of Indonesia. But Vietnam, I thought they defended well. Philip Tresor, if I'm the coach, I'm really happy with that performance because Vietnam do not have the players yet really to go and play toe-to-toe with someone like in Iraq, to be honest. And I thought Iraq, they kept on trying, probing, got to go at the end. And that puts them on 6 points, 5 clear of Indonesia and Philippines already in this group. So that's looking very nice there. If you're Iraq fan, I think if they win their next 2 games, should confirm their place in the next round, the round 3, I think, which was the minimum. South Korea finally showed something. Finally showed a good performance as they beat China away. It was a genuinely very good performance from South Korea. I'm not being a fan of Jurgen Klinsmann's Jurgen Klinsmann's time as South Korea coach. I thought he was not doing justice to that team, but today they played well. You had to question China because I don't think they showed enough bravery, because this South Korea team, if you show a bit more bravery, I think was there for the taking. Especially in the first half, South Korea got the sniff, they got a goal, and from there you just knew it was going one way, and it was one-way traffic pretty much for the whole match. I don't think China will be too disheartened though. They got Singapore next. I think those are the 2 games they realistically must win to keep their standings in this group. If you're South Korea though, I think this is the type of performance you were looking for just before the Asian Cup. I think this is the template they need to play out much better in my opinion. Moving on, we had Hong Kong take on Turkmenistan. Big result for neither, to be honest. I don't think this really helps either. I don't think neither are going to qualify. But I thought Hong Kong would win, but Turkmenistan also showed some good fight, and they did against Uzbekistan, so credit to them. But generally a very good game of football. I thought both teams end-to-end football and loads of goals, loads of chances, but it ends in a draw. Moving on, we had Uzbekistan taking on Iran. Big draw for Uzbekistan. I think this it shows that they can match up to the big boys, and they did when they were 2-0 down in the game. Iran in that first half had Uzbekistan ragged. They were dominant, they were playing some good football, Taremi scored, and I was like, 2-0, Iran got this. Iran should have got this, but second half, Uzbekistan just came out with another level of energy, and they probed, they got a goal back really early in the second half, and then the pressure really started to build on the Iranian defense, and eventually, in 81, I think the substitute just came on late, a minute before, and he scored. Iran will be disappointed though. I thought they should have managed the game better. You're the top 5 side in Asia. Uzbekistan still trying to get there. So I think this lays down a really bad marker if you're Iran. And I think if I look at their performance compared to a Australia, compared to a South Korea, even to a Japan, it doesn't fill me with confidence. But Uzbekistan, this will give them a lot of confidence going into the Asian Cup. Let's see what they can do. Definite dark horse material for me. Look fantastic. A team to watch out. Moving over, Yemen won 2-0 against Nepal, away from home, so a good result for Yemen. I thought they were favourites for this game, and they played well. I thought it was a much better performance. They also had a good game with Bahrain, so not surprised. I thought it was a good result for Yemen. Moving over, we had India take on Qatar. It ends 3-0. Carlos Queiroz side will be very satisfied with their days of work. Akram Alif thought he had a brilliant game. The Marwan Fellaini lookalike. He was brilliant today, to be honest. But India just, they didn't, I don't know what they were doing for the first 15 minutes. Qatar had chance after chance after chance. Igor Stimac, I don't know what he's trying to do with the lineup. Changed the lineup too much. Even changed the goalkeeper in a game like this was absolutely baffling for me, to be honest. But Qatar took the lead really, really early in the game, and you're playing catch-up from that moment. You're just playing catch-up from that moment. You don't have enough time to settle. But despite that, I thought we played well. I thought India played well. In patches, we showed quality. We played some good football. So signs are positive. I know we lost 3-0, but I thought we played well. And that's a weird thing. It just, of course, I thought first 50 minutes of the game we were bad. We were really, really bad. Qatar could have scored about 3 or 4 really, if they were a bit more clinical. There was a penalty shout. They missed an open goal. So first 15 minutes weren't good. But after that, I thought as the first half went on, we were in control. We had a great chance, 2 great chances. There's one play on the right hand side. Ball gets put to the centre. And it was a similar position where the Qatari player did score his goal and we fluffed it. And then there was another one, great bit of pressing. The Qatari defender gives the ball away and it goes into, I think it was number 7, Tapa. Yeah, Tapa. And he I don't know why he's trying to do an outside of the foot shot, but he does it and he goes horribly wrong, resulting in another chance missed. And then in the second half, Sahel also gets a ball in behind, should be doing much, much better on a strong left foot as well. So that's the thing that India will definitely regret. Team selection, defensive mistakes I've done in the first half, giving the ball away, and I thought the finishing was just not up to the mark. It was just really, really poor. But credit to Qatar, they scored 3 absolutely quality goals. I thought the first one quality, second one the goalkeeper could have done better, to be honest, and third one was good ball play as well. But I genuinely thought this Qatar team was there for the beating, but it's what it is. And Qatar 3-0. But I don't feel like it was a 3-0 game. I think if you watch the game, you'll understand what I mean. I don't think it was a 3-0 game, to be honest. But India, the quality gap was there. Of course, the way Qatar were moving the ball compared to how India were moving the ball, that's the difference. But otherwise, I thought we gave them a good game. Moving on to Palestine versus Australia. What a performance from Palestine. Respect for Palestine. Brilliant performance. They played grittily. They made life difficult for Australia. Australia, of course, scored from a set piece. Harry Suter seems their best source of goals at the moment. Weirdly, not looking ideal before the Asian Cup. But Harry Suter scores 1-0. And I was like, okay, Australia going to build on this. But as the match went on, Palestine got confident. They gained momentum and they had a good charge. There was a late penalty shot as well, which easily should have been a penalty. Could have been a penalty. Could have been a key point for Palestine, but not to be. But Australia, if they want to win the Asian Cup, I don't think this is going to cut it. This is not going to cut it. It was a poor performance against Bangladesh. I thought they won it due to just pure physical superiority. But this game, I thought Palestine are a proper African side. They're very, very strong players. And they gave Australia a tough time. And another day, it could have easily ended 1-1. So credit to Palestine. And I think after seeing Lebanon playing, after seeing Bangladesh playing, I do think Palestine are favourites for that second spot and making the next round of the AFC World Cup qualifiers round 3, and let's see what they can do. But it will be a great achievement if they can pull it off in the situation they're in. Moving over, shock. Kyrgyzstan smashed Oman. I mean, not smashed, but they won 1-0 against Oman. Massive result for Kyrgyzstan. Kyrgyzstan, I thought, were down and out after what happened in Malaysia. They bottled a 3-1 lead, but they came with renewed energy, played well, played grittily. Oman just didn't have enough. I don't think Oman had enough, and I don't think Oman did enough to score. Kyrgyzstan scored really early in the second half, and after that defended really well. Now this group is properly open. So Oman got to play Malaysia, who themselves do look like a team that can score a lot of goals, but defensively are shaky. Even we saw that in today's game at times. But Oman, they need to be careful here. They have to win their next 2 games. If they do not win their next 2 games, you just never know. But I think Oman genuinely a very, very poor performance. Even if they look at their performance against Chinese Taipei, not a greatest one. Kyrgyzstan, they got Chinese Taipei next. I don't think it's going to be an easy game where Chinese Taipei have been playing. I thought Chinese Taipei were decent today, pushed Malaysia to the limit. But Kyrgyzstan did a fantastic job. They won this game. They needed to win it, and they did just that. Big result for the Kyrgyz. and now they are right back in it. It's going to be them, Oman, Malaysia. It could go to the final day. Moving over, Japan won 5-0 against Syria. Just give the Asian Cup to Japan. It's just absolutely ridiculous how good these guys are. Mitoma wasn't playing. Fukushima wasn't playing. Still to smash Syria 5-0. Like, it was nothing. They did not let Syria have a sniff. Once that first goal went in, Syria had a no sniff. Kuba scored a great goal as well. And Ueda the striker who plays for final. So I think Japan have finally found their clinical finisher because he seems in really good form at the moment. I think he scored a hat-trick last game, scored a couple here. But Japan look absolutely unbeatable at the moment. It's going to be really difficult for anyone to beat this Japanese team. I think South Korea on quality are probably the best matchup, but they are in a bit of a chaos. I don't know, but Japan are strong favourites. And strong favourites always don't tend to do well, but I just think Japan are going to be too strong in this group, in this version of the Asian Cup. We shall see. 5-0, totally too good for Syria, though. Overpowered them too easy. Moving over, UAE beat Bahrain 2-0. Away to Bahrain, it's a great result for UAE there. Paulo Bento seems to be doing a very good job. In the first half, I thought Bahrain started the game well. They were dominant. Then UAE got the goal. UAE got control. And after that, in the second half, Bahrain missed a lot of chances, which I think they would have liked to see converted. And then late on, UAE get a penalty. UAE converted. UAE take all 3 points. UAE looking very decent, to be honest, before the Asian Cup, to be honest. Could be a dark horse material. We'll talk about that in the predictions whenever I do decide to do it. Moving over, Jordan, they lost at home to Saudi Arabia. And Salman what's this guy's name? Salman al-Shanari. He scored 2 goals early in the game. And Saudi Arabia, despite in crisis mode, got 2 wins on the bounce. And Jordan, I think, will be disappointed with this performance. I think they wanted to win this game because the situation that Saudis were in. Saudis were not playing well. And they still managed to go to Jordan and win. So I think that's great character for them. Mancini has a lot of work to do before the Asian Cup. I don't think they're even going to make the semis at the moment. But tournament football. And they have some sort of momentum going into this. They have won their last 2 games. Their group is quite a difficult one, to be honest. You got Oman in there, you got Kyrgyzstan in there, and you got Thailand in there. So their group is definitely not easy, but I think Saudi will be looking to do well at the Asian Cup. Jordan, though, disappointing. Very disappointing. Didn't create anything of substance really in the game. I expected much more, to be honest. And finally, Kuwait won 4-0 against Afghanistan, but it was not a 4-0 game. Afghanistan, as we know, players boycotting, pretty much played a C team, and Kuwait still struggled till that second goal, which is worrying if you're a Kuwaiti fan. They took the lead through the penalty. After that, it was an even game. I thought Afghanistan this time went with a bit more of a defensive approach. They held out well for almost 60 odd minutes, and then the second goal comes. Is a good strike. I think it's from outside the box. Kuwait scored 2-0, and from there, first place really open. They got 2 late goals, but it was definitely not a 4-0 game, and I think Kuwait have to do a lot of work before Qatar game because it's not looking good if you're a Kuwaiti. That was not a good performance. I think if you watch the game, you will understand. Afghanistan, if they had some better players, if they had more quality on the day, it could have been a different game. Anyway, so let's talk about the standings after all. Anyway, on match day 2, Qatar on 6 after 2, Kuwait on 3, India on 3, Kuwait on 2nd due to goal difference, and Afghanistan at the bottom. So Qatar looking almost like they're going to qualify. Japan pretty much the same. North Korea in 2nd, Syria 3rd, and Myanmar in 4th. So North Korea, Syria game will be interesting. South Korea at the top, looking good there. Thailand finished the window in 2nd, but they lost that big game against China, so they worked out. Malaysia end this window in top. Oman in 2nd, Kyrgyzstan in 3rd, Chinese Taipei in 0. All 4 teams are in it. I think this one's going to be a good group to watch. Group D, definitely a group of life. And finally, Iran top it, but based on goal difference. And Uzbekistan 2nd, no doubt there. Iraq top, Vietnam 2nd, Indonesia bottom. Saudi, of course, top their group. And this was your AFC Asian and World Cup qualifiers match day 2 review. If you like the video, please like and share the video. And still 4 more games to go of round 2. And let's see what happens. Still a lot of twists, loads of tales, I'm sure to come. But before that, we've got the big Asian Cup. So no Asian football before the Asia Cup. So really excited for the Asia Cup. I'll be covering it here. So do subscribe to find coverage of the Asia Cup as well on here. See ya!